Hey folks, John Becker here, State Representative from Claremont County, 65th House District, and today is November the 2nd, 2020. It is Monday, it is Election Day Eve. Hey, I'm calling this the Vote Trump 2020 video because I want to make sure you all get out to vote. It's very important. Vote tomorrow, or you can even vote early getting out there today. Make sure you vote for the entire Republican ticket. So when you're looking at your ballot, you can see most of the candidates on there have an R next to their name. Make sure you vote for that candidate, color in the little circle or however you vote in your county. Also, if you are on in the what's called the 10th state school board district, make sure you vote for Brendan Shea. He's a nonpartisan. That means there's no R or D next to his name. And same with state Supreme Court. That would be Judy French and Sharon Kennedy. They are also nonpartisan, and they need your vote to get them back on or keep them on the Supreme Court. All three of them are good conservative Republicans, so please make sure you vote for them. Hey, also, I got something on the internet, or a couple of people have emailed this to me. There's a list of reasons to vote for Donald Trump. And I'm just going to read this off to you. I thought it was pretty good. So it starts with that moment when someone says, "I can't believe you would vote for Trump." And then the response is, "I'm not voting for Trump." And then there's a list of reasons that are what you are voting for. "I'm voting for the First Amendment and freedom of speech. I'm voting for the Second Amendment and my right to defend my life and my family. I'm voting for the next Supreme Court justice to protect the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. I'm voting for the continued growth of my retirement 401k and the stock market. I'm voting for a return of our troops from foreign countries and the end to America's involvement in foreign conflicts. I'm voting for the Electoral College and the republic we live in. I'm voting for the police to be respected once again and to ensure law and order. I'm voting for the continued appointment of federal judges who respect the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. I'm voting for our jobs to remain in America and not be outsourced all over again to China, Mexico, and other foreign countries. I'm voting for secure borders and legal immigrants. I'm voting for our military and the veterans who fought for this country to give the American people their freedoms. I'm voting for the unborn babies who have the right to live. I'm voting for continued peace, progress in the Middle East. I'm voting to fight against I'm voting to fight against human child trafficking. I'm voting for freedom of religion. I'm voting for the American flag that is disrespected by many in the Democrat Party. I'm voting for the right to speak my opinion and not be censored. I'm voting for my children and my grandchildren to ensure their freedoms and their future. I'm not just voting for one person. I'm voting for the future of our country." Hey, also a new topic here is I normally bring to you an update on private citizen affidavits. So just a quick review on what these are. So this has to do with Governor DeWine when he assumed dictatorial powers back in March and started ordering the shutdown of the economy and shut down the schools, shut down businesses, mandatory mask mandate. The problem is none of this is legal. And of course, early on, there was a lot of fear with this virus, and a lot we didn't understand, didn't know. Since then, there is a whole lot more that we know, and that it's not nearly as bad as people were expecting it to be. Now, obviously, it still needs to be taken seriously, but the law also needs to be taken seriously, as well as the Ohio and the U.S. Constitution. So to get Ohio back on track, there's been multiple bills that's been in the General Assembly. The governor has vetoed one of them and threatened to veto any others that interfere with his power, the power that he has seized. So that's when I did an impeachment resolution. The Speaker of the House, he sets the agenda, and he pretty much shot down the impeachment resolution, but it is still open for co-sponsors if anybody wants to sign up for that, and that would be only state House members. But what the general public can do, so everybody watching this video, if you're a citizen of the state of Ohio, go to your county and file what's called a private citizen affidavit. I filed one of those in Claremont County, and I'm going to give you the list of counties where it has been filed. So it's Claremont, Montgomery, Miami, Wood, Lake, Richland, Adams, Lorain, Allen, Marion, Union, Brown, and Franklin counties. So what's been going on is well, in Warren County, that looks like it's going to get filed today. So a gentleman called me, and he didn't have his private citizen affidavit notarized. So it has to be notarized. He thought he'd get notarized at the courthouse. So he's going to get it notarized at his bank, and he's going to take it back down there and file with the clerk of courts. So what commonly happens with these clerk of courts is the person working the window, they don't know what these private citizen affidavits are, and it's just it's like a witness testimony, if you will. It's not a complaint. That's actually a legal difference. It's more like a witness statement. And they are required to accept it. Even though they don't know what it is, you just have them look up Ohio Revised Code 2935-09D. That's state law, and that's the statute where they are required to accept these private citizen affidavits. From there, they, in all likelihood, would turn it over to a judge, who then would, in all likelihood, turn it over to their county prosecutor, and all that's fine and good. So the prosecutor is required by statute, 2935-10A, to launch an investigation. So if you're having a problem with talking to the customer service person in the clerk of court's office, just ask to see a supervisor or the elected official, and again point out 2935-09D, that's why you're there, and they have to accept it. Ask them to docket it and give it to a judge. If you don't want to get into, if you're still getting pushback and don't want to get into a urinating match with the clerk of courts, you could just take it directly to a prosecutor. But you really want to go through the clerk of courts first and give them the opportunity to frankly follow the law and do their jobs, even if they don't understand what that is. And that's where, again, 2935-09D helps them understand that they have to accept these and get these filed. So my contact information is at the end of this video. If there's anything I can do to help you, just reach out to me. Again, this is John Becker, and you all have a great day. Bye-bye.